give it like 15 seconds and then we'll start talking.
Who's counting?
I am. I'm always counting, Mark.
Oh, shit. Oh, I've got a frigging advert on my Twitch now and I've got sound on. Oh,
That's
yes.
okay.
Good.
Let me know when the advert goes away.
Yeah, you can
And
kind of
it's
see our faces now.
Kind of.
Like as in we're on there.
Here we go. You are listening live to the Overseas Connection, the official podcast of the G4TE.com community. That is gaming for the elderly. Today is March 27th, 2015, and this is episode 313. I am one of your hosts, Greg DeLacy, gamertag Murphy's Law, OC_Murphy's Law on the old Twitter sphere. And joining us this week, live on camera, if you're in the Twitch stream right now, you're getting a treat. You get to see everybody's mugs for the first time ever in the history of Everness. We have Mr. Mark Wright, also known as Paperboy.
Hello.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
This is a bit unnerving being live on camera. But yeah, hello everyone. Mark Alex here on Xbox Live, BSN, Steam and Twitter.
Outstanding, Mark. Thank you for joining us today. You
I've just seen
hustled home
myself
from
put
work.
the paper up. Yes, I managed to sneak off early, so. And our clocks change tomorrow, so we catch up to you guys who premature ejaculated earlier in the month.
I take exception to that.
I don't.
Also joining us this week, Mr. Richard Webster.
Good evening, all. The listeners get a treat tonight because they can see when I cough, but I mute it, so you don't know, like that. You see, so I mute it, but they can see me coughing. So I'm excited tonight, Greg, because I bought a pizza today, thinking it goes out of date today, but it goes out of date tomorrow. So
You bought a pizza?
I bought a pizza.
That goes out of date.
It goes out of date tomorrow, but I thought it went out of date today.
Okay, walk me through
I
this,
presume
Rich.
an uncooked one.
Yeah, uncooked,
Yeah.
frozen. Was this?
Like a chilled pizza from the local cooperative shop.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So, you bought it today. Was it like on discount? I mean, because it only had a
Yes.
day left.
Yeah, it had it was like £2. It was like a discount one. I was thinking, I'll have to eat this tonight because it goes out of date. But no, tomorrow. So that's my Saturday tea.
Okay, that's your Saturday tea. See, again, this is one of those differences between the U.S. and the U.K. because you say this is my Saturday tea, and I instantly think you're going to grind that thing up into like a milkshake and drink it.
Like this type
Exactly. That to me is tea. That is tea. Having pizza is not tea. That's having pizza.
of tea. Yeah, well, it depends what part of the country you're from as well. Because I think in the south they say dinner for tea time, but I say me tea. I don't know what Mark says.
Yeah. Well, we're both up north, aren't we, Richard? Best place to
Yeah.
be. So yeah, your lunch is your dinner, and then your dinner is your tea.
Yeah, basically.
That's how we roll up here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, keep talking amongst yourselves. I'm letting the world know we are live at the moment, so I'm doing a little back-end housekeeping.
Okay,
Tell
so
me a
Mark,
story, Rich. Tell me a story.
a story. Okay, well, I bought GTA 5 pre-order on PC. I'm so excited.
Okay.
What's the release date of that? Is it May now?
April 14th, right off the top of my head there, you see, because I was looking at it before. I'm really excited to play it. I was playing GTA 4 again on PC before, just sort of getting into the feeling of what it's going to be like to play GTA on my PC again. So I'm excited. I think I'm only really excited to play it in like 1080p. That's all I'm excited for, because GTA 5 looks fantastic on 360, but you can tell it sort of ages quite quickly.
You can
Right.
take it from me. GTA 5 in 1080p does look nice because I've already played that ages ago, Rich. Catch up, you PC Master Race, will you?
See, I'm not even excited for like the PC features, like PC only features. Really, I'm just excited to play it again, but like in higher resolution. That's it.
Yeah.
4K, I'll try, but I haven't got like two graphics cards, so I won't really be able to play it massively on like high settings. I could probably get away with like medium settings maybe at 4K. We'll see.
Yeah, I
We'll
can't
see.
even touch 4K settings on my PC. Even though I bought a new little computer not too long ago, it is nothing. It is not a gaming machine. It is strictly a work product machine, if you will.
Yeah.
I refuse to take part in the master race any more than I already have.
There's one game I've been able to play at maximum settings at 4K, and it was when I first got my TV, and that was Lego Lord of the Rings.
I
Looks
should
good.
say I have been able to play one game at maximum settings as well, and that's Sid Meier's Starship.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's not
Master
a
Race Cat.
terribly demanding game. I also played FTL at max settings,
Oh
so
yeah,
there you go.
awesome.
Yeah, not really. All right. Well, we are a video game podcast. We like talking about video games. We also have a fantastic community behind us. That's the G4TE.com community. Well, I should say it's actually really the VGHub.net community because there's a bunch of different podcasts. We're all part of a conglomerate of friends and all kinds of.
It's like a huge family in it.
It is. It
Yes.
is like a
Yeah.
big family. That is by far the best way to put it. And speaking of families like that, we love to shout out our chat members, or the chat members as we also know them. So if either of you are maybe taking a look in the chat, let me know if anybody is in.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
got.
we've got 3 people in, haven't we?
Yeah, I was just
So
gonna
far.
say we've got three people.
Woohoo! 3 people. I like
Who
it.
have we got, Mark?
We've got Mr. Regular, Mr. Pass It Knows 3000.
Okay.
We've got PG Tips 77, who agrees with the northern bit, but he says down with them southern fairies. And we've got a new name I haven't recognised before, so welcome Warlicky 71.
Wall-licky or wall-licker?
Warlicky.
Wall-licky. Well,
I'm probably not pronouncing it right. It's probably something completely different, but that's how it looks.
fantastic. Well, now that we've
How would
offended
you say that,
Wall-licky,
Rich?
Rich would
I
not.
I would say Warlicky. I'd say it's like one
Wallachy?
long word.
Wallachy? Wallachy.
Yeah.
Wallachy, welcome to the chat, and welcome to the podcast. All right, well let's get underway. Let's talk a little bit about games that we've been playing, and actually, I take it back. Before we go there, let's real quickly do a quick birthday shout out. We've got a couple birthdays coming up. The Henwood, who I believe is turning 19 tomorrow, not even 21 yet. So the Henwood, happy birthday, and then Fumu. He actually is turning 65 on the 30th. So congratulations, Fraser Moores. He is one of the regular members of this podcast. He comes on. He's a guest appearer on the Game Punchers podcast every once in a while. Just kidding, Fraser. But not kidding about the 65. It's crazy. He looks really young for his age. It's amazing.
Yeah. His last curling game tonight as well.
I know.
So
I know.
he'll better rest his back now, won't he?
Yeah, the senior league wraps up tonight, so good luck on that, Fraser. And we are so happy to see that the hair implants really have worked well. So it's all working well for him. He's looking styling. All right, video games. Let's talk about them. We like to play video games. We like to talk about it. I'll kick it off this week. It's been a fairly quiet week of gameplay for me. The golf club, of course, because of our golf club ongoing the golf club challenge, knocked in a great score on that, at least in terms of the community, and then finished up Limbo. So again, I highly recommend that game. Anybody who has not played Limbo yet, like myself, it is well worth picking up and playing.
Greg, I finished Limbo a couple of months ago, as you know, and that last like 20 seconds of gameplay is like quite sublime, and it kind of hits you like out of nowhere, doesn't it? Because you're doing the normal platformy stuff and you're going round, and yes,
Yep.
listeners, I do all this with my hands when I'm talking about games, and then it happens, doesn't it? At the end, like
Yeah,
just sort
the
of-
end is
it's
really
very
weird.
graceful.
It caught me off guard, to be perfectly honest, because I really didn't realize I was at the end when I hit it.
No, I didn't.
And it kind of goes into a little bit of autopilot, and then it takes you in this other avenue, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Even though it's an older game, I still find it's worth experiencing, especially if you haven't played it. So pick it up, Limbo. It's a good game. Sid Meier's Starship. have been dabbling more in that. I just really love this game. I mean, it has that same appeal to me as Civ Revolution did. It's a turn-based strategy game. It's not overly difficult or taxing on you. You can save at any point in time. And the games, I'd say, usually last about 4 hours in total. You can really breeze through a pretty quick campaign in 4 hours.
Yeah,
And
if you upgrade your ships instead of your worlds, you could probably dominate quite early on, couldn't you?
right, right. And the level of complexity and difficulty of the game options that are there, I think will keep strategy fans going for quite some time. And then some Madden 15. Got back into it. We've got the NFL draft coming up, so I'm a big football nut, and so it's got me hooked. And so I've been playing some Madden NFL 15, and I got fired as a head coach. Thank you, Homer Simpson. Yes, I got fired as a head coach, which I found kind of funny because I tried to phone in the last half of the season because I just wanted to get to the draft because the draft being on my mind, I was like, you know what, I really just want to go through and draft some new players for my team. And so I just I simmed the last part of the season, and apparently my team did not do well. And so at the end of the season, I was fired, and I hadn't figured it out at first. And then I go and I'm looking at the interface, and I'm like, wait, I don't have a team. And so I ended up having to take a contract offer from the Dallas Cowboys, who, quite frankly, I wasn't excited about playing for and being a coach for, but I'm gonna gut it out. So I'm gonna be the coach of the Cowboys next. So there you go. That's been my gaming week. All right, Mr. Webster, talk to me.
Hi. Well, I've been playing some Battlefield 4 at the weekend with Duke during podcasting. He plays games while podcasting. I can't.
Does he?
Yeah,
I can just about I can just about read a text while podcasting. You know, I doze off one of the. Do you know what I mean? It's like I can't concentrate. So we were playing Battlefield 4, and
All right.
yeah, and it's Battle Fest this next like 4 to 6 weeks or so,
Okay.
which is like all these events for Battlefield, mostly focused on Hardline. If you've bought Battlefield Hardline, there's like double XP weekends and like
Right.
this and that and stuff. So that's coming up. So that's going to be quite good because they're going to do Battlefield 4 stuff at the end of the month. And apart from that and a bit of GTA 4 to get back into GTA, I've not really played much games, but I did buy a new game today or yesterday. Yesterday
Okay.
it was Alien Isolation.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it was on sale for like $7.99 on Steam.
Now, are you going to play it properly? Lights off, completely in the dark, just the
I'm
game in
gonna
front of you?
I'm gonna do it on my TV as well, PC in my
Oh,
front room.
nice. Okay. All right.
Play on TV. Lights off, headset on, controller.
Twitch streaming? I think we need to watch a little bit of this.
Possibly. I won't be able to play in the dark while Twitch streaming though, unless it's like stream audio. It'd just be like
You can't just
screams.
put a torch under your chin and so it all lights your face up.
We just want to.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just need to see your eyes and the sudden screaming. That's really all I want to hear.
I'll do the eyes. That's fine. I don't know. I'm not very good with scary games. Like when I was a kid, I don't know how old I was, but like when Tomb Raider 1 and 2 come out, I couldn't play it because that used to scare me.
Tomb
Because like you'd
Raider.
go in a, yeah, because you'd be like going to a building and like these big polygon guys would come out with a baseball bat and it used to shit myself. And I had to play through Resident Evil 3 with my cousin with me because I couldn't play it on my own, but I finished it. And I couldn't really watch that Silent Hill trailer. You know the one where it was like a hallway demo thing.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't really watch that either. I was like this. Like I'm 29. I was like this watching it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So-
Try bloody playing it, not watching it.
oh my.
We
I
have
don't know
to
what-
play it on the PS4. That
Uh,
was some freaky shit.
I don't know how you can do that, mate. I'm not going to do very well, but I'm going to do it because, like, I don't know. I think it's worse because I live alone. It's like
Oh,
there could be
without a
an alien
doubt.
in the house, you know.
So if you hear anything in the background, you know for sure it's a monster coming to kill you.
It's a xenomorph on its
Yeah.
way. It come out the game and it's on its way to find me. So yeah, so I bought that on Steam. I have a giveaway actually tonight on the show because I bought a game bundle today on the cheap. I've tweeted about it today. There's this website that does bundles, you know, like Humble bundles.
Right, right.
But they're like £2.20, and you get like I don't know, 7 games or whatever. Not all good, but one of the bundle I bought today, I got Tropico 4 Steam Edition, which is still like 15 quid on Steam.
And
Um,
it's March Strategy Month. It's still
and
we've got like 4 more days left of that.
exactly. So I'm gonna, because I've already got it. I'm not cheap. I'm not like buying a game for $1 and giving it like. I've got it with that bundle, but I already own it, so I'm gonna give it away on the Twitch tonight. If someone can find out what my middle name is, they can have it.
It is not Nixon, Richard
And it's not
Nixon
Nixon.
Webster. No, no.
To be honest, I don't know if anybody wants it enough to do that, but if anyone knows my middle name and puts it in the chat, they can have Tropico 4 Steam Edition.
Here's a funny fact, Rich. I do not know your middle name, and I've
Well,
known
there
you
you
for
go.
years now. So
It's
yes,
Claudia.
Claudia, Richard Claudia Webster. No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think that was it.
Yeah.
Um,
Towards the end of the show, I might give a clue. I might give the initial, but people who know me might know the initial.
Okay.
But don't
I,
know.
I,
We'll
I,
see.
I need to look at. I think I have it, but I'm not going to look at it right now. We'll focus on the show. Funny fact, by the way, the original Alien movie, that movie, the movie trailer that came out on TV. Yes, I was old enough to watch that when it actually came out on TV.
Oh wow.
That scared the crap out of me. I could not
You mean,
watch.
oh wow.
Yeah, I could not watch. Yeah, Rich is like 18. Did
Yeah,
we
he's
forget
a
this?
bloody, he's a pup, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I think you're 6 months older than me, aren't you, Greg?
I,
So at least you're older than me. That's the main thing.
not sure I should have gone down this road, but yeah, no, yeah, Alien used to scare the crap out of me. I could not. I mean, it was like fingers over the eyes when it would come on, and it was. But I had that stupid curiosity too, so I was like, kind of peeking through the fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my Alien thing.
My
Only
first,
real men. I was just gonna say only real men get scared over Alien. You know.
my first memory of a horror film. I was really young, and it was Friday the 13th, the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Right at the end, where they're on the boat in the lake and the hand comes through the water. I leapt over the back of a settee and I just started crying at the back of a settee. I was asking, I don't know how old I was. I think it was about 10 or something, 12.
Oh yeah, see the Friday the 13th movies for me, it was the same thing with like the Halloween movies and all of those slasher movies during the 80s. It was like a risk reward thing for me because you got to see naked chicks because like
Yep.
all of those movies had them, and so you were like waiting for that moment, and it was usually early on, so you could like watch it for the naked chick. But then as soon as you saw the naked chick, you also got scared, the lights out of you because usually that was right about when the killing started in mass.
Yeah.
They'd show
Taken
the
from
naked
Psycho.
chick, they'd be having sex, and you'd see the naked chick, and then suddenly everybody dies.
Yeah. I think that specifically happens in one of the Halloween. No, who's the Friday the
Friday the
13th
13th,
guy?
yeah.
Yeah,
Jason.
like
Jason Voorhees.
in the cabin. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
What a waste.
They did a prank on him, didn't they? And put some candles there and he got burnt or something, didn't he? If I remember rightly.
Good
I
film.
don't
They
know.
don't make films like that anymore.
No, they do
You know.
not. It's a
When
shame.
you're younger, when you watch that when you're about 12, 13, you only watch it for the boobs, don't you?
That's it. Yeah.
I didn't realize there was another reason to watch those movies other than for the boobs.
You had a sheltered childhood then, Greg.
Apparently. All right. Sorry, Mr. Webster. Anything else?
No, that's it. Just hello to the listeners and the Twitchers. We've got 8 people watching right now. I think that includes myself and Mark, though. So we need more people on the Twitch. I'm going to start streaming gameplay on our Twitch, G4TE. 'Cause
Fumu's joined
G4TE
us.
Fumu, the 65-year-old Fumu. Congratulations!
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, Fumu.
Oh wow!
He can't,
60.
he can't make the podcast, but he can join the chat.
Well, sometimes it's hard to figure out. The whole internet thing. It's confusing when you get that old.
Yeah, like how does it work? Like what plugs into what? Where does it go? The cloud.
This'll mean nothing to you guys in North America, but I can just imagine Fumu on this TV advert at the moment we've got going called Barclays Digital Eagles. it's where you have these young kids teaching these old people how to use Skype and stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
you press that, do
See,
you?
and it's funny when I think of Fumu, I think of Life Alert, the "Help I've Fallen, I Can't Get Up" advertisements. Yeah,
And he's actually replied in the chat, Greg.
I'm
and
sure he has.
Suck my balls, Delacey.
All right, Mark, let's talk about games.
Yes.
What have you been playing this past week?
Not that much this week, but the game I've been playing mostly for the past few weeks, following my quick speed run on the Order 1886. It was Dragon Age Inquisition,
Okay.
um, and I've put quite a lot of hours into it so far. I'm level 15 now. I think I've put about 40 hours into it,
Now, you
and
were smart and got out of the hinterlands fairly early on.
yeah, I did stay in there quite a bit to level up because
It's so hard to leave the hinterlands.
yeah, it was that long ago since I played the EA Access trial. I think that was before Christmas. I
Hmm.
played that. And then I got the game for Christmas on a disc. So um, when I've come to play it again, I couldn't remember anything what I'd done. I couldn't remember what had happened. So I started afresh because I hadn't got that far into it. But the mistake I made initially was when I first got to the hinterlands after you do all the main sort of like tutorial finding out what you've done bit.
Right.
I didn't take my party with me. And now it's my first Dragon Age game as well, so I'm not used to the other two games. Um, and I thought I'd selected a party properly, but I didn't. So I was going in there alone, trying to take on these enemies, and I was just getting whooped and whooped and whooped, and I was getting quite frustrated. So I sent out some like pleas on WhatsApp to you guys and to Gamer Girl Kim because she's a massive Dragon Age fan, and then he also like says, "What you doing it alone? Not with your party?" So as soon as I got the party together and I realised how to do it properly by selecting them, then adding to party whatever it is, the game got a lot more interesting, and I
Yeah.
actually started beating enemies, and yeah, it got really good then.
Yeah, Mark, it's kind of like sex. You can do it alone, but it's best done with somebody else.
Yes. Oh,
Uh,
multiple people in this case.
well, hey. Free spirit, Mark. Free spirit.
Yeah. Some of the companions you get in that game, they're so hilarious to listen to because they'll have a little bit of a chat while you're
Right.
traveling, and they'll talk to each other. And my favorite characters to be my party are what's his name, Dorian, our game mage,
Yes.
uh, not named after our own Dorian,
No.
although he's not a mage, but he may be gay. We have who else? I've got Iron Bull, who's a Quarian or whatever he
Hmm.
is. So he's got
Yep.
like
Quarren.
horns, and I've got the mage. Oh, what's the name now? Vivian, is it the female black mage? Yeah, I'm sure
I
it's
don't know.
Vivian.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the banter between Vivian and Iron Bull is just so funny. But I'd had one battle, and then after the battle, she says, "Are you going to clean your sword, Iron Bull? It's covered in blood." And he went, "No, it makes me look more scary." And that, and she says, "Well, tut tut, you should keep it clean." So I said, "Right, I'll go wash it." Then he goes over to the river and washes his sword. So it's the banter between them is quite
Little
funny.
touches. Little touches. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But graphically, it looks amazing. To take such a huge game, the game's absolutely huge. I've unlocked quite a lot of areas now. I didn't realize how many areas you could unlock on that game
It's a
to
massive
play.
game. Yeah.
I think I've unlocked about, I think there's 10 areas now.
Hmm.
Some of them, you're not supposed to unlock until a bit later on because I'm getting, as soon as I go in there, like in one of them, I've met a dragon and he's level 18 dragon, and one hit and I'm dead.
Right.
I cannot survive that place, but yeah, it's really good. I like the combat. I'm playing as a ranger, an arched ranger with bow and arrow. So I'm liking that because normally on RPGs, I don't know why, but I always usually play as a warrior with a sword and shield. So I thought I'd try something different this time, and I'm really liking it.
Okay.
And that mixed up with the warrior guy and two mages, it works quite well. So I've got one mage with a lot of healing abilities. The other mage does a lot of like freezing, so it slows the enemies down.
Hmm.
So it works really well.
Yeah, I have. Trying to remember who I have within my party. My party is a little combat heavy in terms of I have two warriors, Cassandra, myself, and then uh, the thief, and I can't remember his name at the moment off the top of my head. Anyway, and then
Cool.
sorry,
Cole, is it?
Cole, yes, and then the starting mage that you meet from the get-go. I haven't actually
Yeah.
ventured out to get other party members yet, and I really need to do that because I think it'll just make that experience that much better.
Yeah.
But then that would also require me to leave the hinterlands. It's been
Well,
difficult. I ventured out a little bit,
yeah.
just not much.
I think I've overwhelmed myself a little bit though because I've unlocked that many different areas, and when you look over the quest log now, the quest log
Hmm.
is huge, and I've got to the point now where I don't know where to go next. I don't know what to do next. There's that much to do. I think I've overwhelmed myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but I've just picked up the DLC today.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
uh, GG tweeted it out earlier. I think it was last week. The Jaws of Hakon, is it?
Right.
And she's bought it, and I says to her, says, do you get extra weapons and armor and stuff? Because if you do, I'm sold.
Right.
And she says, yep, there's new armor, new weapons, and that. And I watched the trailer for it. The trailer looks really, really good. The weapons in that game, they look like they've got like a bluish glow to them, so they look quite special and
Interesting.
unique.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was payday today, so I'll just pick that up today.
Payday. I like it.
Yeah.
Guys, we've
Yes.
got breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, and this isn't a joke either.
I don't have a sound effect for this, so
Breaking news. The Legend of Zelda for Wii U has been delayed till next year. Just in now. Nintendo have
and
been quoted saying, "Our priority is no longer making a 2015 release. Our priority is to make the most complete and ultimate Zelda game." I think that's newsworthy because it's
that's
the only
definitely
Zelda game for the
newsworthy.
Wii.
And that is not on the news quiz, just for the record.
Right.
Yeah, well,
Good.
it won't be because it's just come in
Right,
like
right.
11 minutes ago.
Nintendo's priority is not making video games. Is that what I just heard?
Well, I think that what they're saying is we're not putting a lot of effort into the Wii U anymore because everyone knows the
Nintendo,
Wii U,
we're not putting in a lot of effort.
the Wii U 2 is coming in 2017, we reckon, don't we? So this will probably be one of the last big first-party games that they release, I think, for that system.
Well,
We may get one more Mario game, and that's about it.
I thought they were saying the NXE was going to, or NX, the Nintendo NX codename NX is supposed to be like a bridge system. So they haven't even really called it, at least from everything we can tell, it's something that's going to bridge the Wii U and the 3DS. Yeah,
See, I listened to the Giant Bomb podcast. Thanks, Greg.
you're welcome.
And this week they had an idea that I thought was quite interesting. That they said that it might be a new system that creates a new handheld and new home console, kind of
Right.
like the Wii U, but the controller or whatever is like a DS. I think, and that kind of makes sense. I mean, that would be a very expensive console for Nintendo, but that kind of makes a lot of sense as well.
See, I think they're finally going to put that life sensor. Remember that? The Nintendo
Oh
life
God.
sensor? They're going to put that into the Wii U, so you're going to have the little life sensor, like finger thingy, on the controller.
Yeah,
Because
but
they
everyone's
do want to make gamer changing, life changing technology.
They do, and I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've used this on my Samsung Galaxy, Greg. I don't go a day without using that heart sensor.
Is that the heart sensor?
That's the heart underneath the camera.
Yeah, I thought
Is the
that might
heart
be
sensor.
a fingerprint tab or something for unlocking your phone. That would make more
No,
sense to me.
no, you swipe on your phone using the You can't really see it, but you basically swipe down like that on the front.
Right.
But yeah, so it doesn't work actually. The heart sensor. It's never worked for me. But every
Fantastic.
day I try it. So yeah,
Every day I try it. Every day I find out I'm dead.
Zelda's been delayed. I think that's newsworthy because
No, that's
they're,
big.
they're
That
just-
is big.
they're not putting
It's
any
big
effort
for
into the
the
Wii U anymore.
yeah, the gamesman guys are like that bit of news, won't
Yeah.
Gary Amaris will especially like that news. He is he hates the Nintendo Wii U, as far as I can tell.
Parsnip says he's finished digging his Minecraft basement. Only 100,000 blocks.
We
Uh,
don't talk about Minecraft anymore, Parsnip. Ever since you tricked me into buying that game, I cannot speak of it. Not on this podcast. All right.
Again.
Well, let's talk about news because we just had that breaking news.
Yes.
We have a news quiz. So for those that are new to the podcast, every week, or at least I try every week, to put forward a news quiz. And basically, we have a series of questions that we throw out to you, the panel, and those of you listening in can play at home. And basically, it's you take turns, and we get a winner, and then I keep track of all the winners. And at the end of the year, there's going to be some big, glorious prize for the person that wins our news quiz. This week we have 6 questions on the news quiz, and they will be worth 5 points for the first 2 questions, and the third question will be worth 10 points each. These are assigned at random, so there's no specialness to the final questions. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're difficult. Rich, you are in the lead right now for
I
the
believe
podcast
so.
crew. Yes, you
Yeah,
you are
I believe
ahead
so.
of everybody by half a point, if you will, because of that tie. The 1 week
Yeah.
I didn't create a tiebreaker question, we get a tie. Go
Oh, I
figure.
thought it meant because of that tie I wore this morning. I thought that
No,
sealed the deal
no.
for me. Oh,
Speaking
oh.
of which, Rich, congratulations on the new job. I
Yeah.
forgot to say yes. That's
Thanks.
awesome.
I haven't told me current job yet. So
Oh,
thanks, Greg.
congratulations. Sorry.
So
Moving
yeah.
on.
Just let the listeners know as well. Like they might keep seeing me doing this and stuff. I'm like doing chat stuff. So like
Okay.
I'm not being a weirdo. I'm doing chat stuff because I've got two monitors, haven't I? So I've got
Right.
like the Twitch people over there and you guys over here.
Right. And for those of you
2
wondering,
monitors. Ooh.
I don't pay attention to the chat. I have too much to pay attention to as is, so I leave that to you guys.
Yes.
All right.
My
Well, Rich,
pests.
here we go. First question, multiple choice. Are you ready?
Yes, I think so. I tried to
That's why
read
he's
some
got.
news.
That's why he's got 2 monitors. He's going to Google on one.
We can see your hands now, Rich. This is the beauty of having
Yeah,
this on
hands up.
video. Yes, hands up. Here we go. Rich, last week Sony indicated it was shutting down MLB The Show 14 servers. And they also, in recent news, said they will be cleaning up the server room and shutting down what other game? Is it A, DC Universe Online, B, Destiny of Spirits, or C, Little Big Planet 2? And to confirm this, they'll be shutting down their online servers. So what game is getting their online servers shut down? A, DC Universe, B, Destiny of Spirits, or C, Little Big Planet 2?
I don't remember reading this news. There's been 2 Little Big Planet games since 2, hasn't there?
I believe there's only been one.
1, okay.
Unless you count,
Um,
maybe they did a Vita version. That
I
would
don't know.
count. Vita
DC
counts.
Universe Online is that PlayStation servers? Because DC Universe Online's like a PC game as well, isn't it?
I can't say anything, Rich, at this point. I have to stay neutral. If I start giving out hints, that's, the whole thing goes to hell
Um,
in a handbasket. By the way, this news quiz sponsored by Monster. Not really, but I just wanted to say that.
oh, we should do an advert in a minute or something. Do you know what? I'm just gonna guess. I think Little Big Planet 2, but I'm gonna say DC Universe. I've never heard of the middle game.
All
Maybe I
right.
should have gone with that.
Richard Webster, you are 100% wrong, my friend. It is,
Oh,
in
of course it.
fact, Destiny of Spirits. You should have gone with that gut feeling.
I
Yeah,
know.
Sony is ending service for Destiny of Spirits, its free-to-play role-playing game for the PlayStation Vita in June. The company announced today that the RPG had a relatively short lifespan. Basically, they just released it last year, March 25th. So, man, Sony is not messing around. If they don't have traction on their online servers for these games, they are basically cutting bait and just shutting them down. It's kind of
Jesus, yeah.
shocking, especially for a game that is an online game like this. You would think they would at least be giving a good year and a half to those that have bought it. So basically, one of the other parts to this, Sony says that players will not be able to play or access the game after that date, June 30th. And all unused Destiny orbs and in-game currency that can be purchased with real money will expire. So basically, use it or lose it, and there's no way to get any kind of refund either. So
Do you know that's harsh? That like a free to play game where you pay real life's monies and then they just take it away from you. Fuck it out. Cheeky bastards. They're almost as cheeky as fucking Star Citizen. $75 million and you can buy a ship that's like 300 quid. The game's not even finished. Cheeky bastards. Anyway, I that was tangential of me. I'm very sorry.
that's okay. That's okay. It was relevant to the topic at hand, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, Mark, Rich has left the
Yep.
door wide open. Next news piece. Here we go. Mark, Amazon announced what with regards to its exclusive games for Amazon Fire Phone? Is it A, they will come to the iOS, B, they will be coming to Android, or C, they will be coming to Windows 10 Mobile?
I don't know this, but I'm going to take a guess because I'm sure the Amazon Fire thing's Android based. I'll say Android.
All right, Mark, you are wrong. Mark,
Bollocks.
Amazon officially unveiled that Amazon Game Studios, its game development and publishing branch, back in the summer of 2012 when they announced it, actually, I should say, they were going to be basically building out exclusive games for the Amazon Fire phone. Now, recently, as in this week, they announced that, and they didn't really announce this, but let's face it, the Fire phone was a flop. So they are bringing the Fire phone exclusive games to iOS, and they will be available sometime later this year. So, or soon, as they put it, and they also will appear on the Kindle Fire tablets. So iOS and Kindle Fire tablets. Go figure.
Greg, you can make your little monitor thing bigger by dragging the little corner.
I will look into that in just
Someone's
a moment.
complained, like made a formal complaint.
Well, that was the thing I wanted to know. I was asking you guys. I asked you guys, my team here. How
He's a
can
PC
I?
Master Race.
There we go. That's what I wanted to see.
See, now the world knows what Greg's
Can you make me
headset
smaller
looks like.
then? Can you make me really, really small?
I don't think you can
No.
make people small.
I
No.
will not make you small. All right. Well, let us continue on. By the way, it is tied 0-0. It's exciting right now.
It's 0-0. 0-0 games.
0-0.
Sometimes
It's a
fun.
tight. It's a tight defensive battle. All right,
as on the
Rich.
Games Punches, they say it's tight.
Rich.
Yes.
Rich, how many games will be available for Xbox Live Gold members in the month of April as part of the
it's
service
easy.
giveaway? Is it A, 4, B, 5, or C, 6?
See, I read the news, and wasn't there 2 Xbox 360 for Xbox One? So if you're saying Xbox Live service, you probably mean all of them, but I may have misread it. I'm sure they had, and I'm not reading it on the screen, by the way. I'm just looking into space. I think they had a pool game, Child of Light, I want to say, something else. BioShock Infinite as well, wasn't that free? Or is that free now? I don't know. I'm going to say 6. But they said double games. Everywhere I've seen it said double games, which would mean like 2 or 4. But I'm sure I saw 6 on the list, you know. I'm going to go 6.
Mr. Webster, you are right.
Oh, yes.
Rich, well
Good.
done. Yes, in fact, they are giving double the games away this month. So previous to this, they had been giving away one Xbox Live. Sorry, I should say it was technically one Xbox One game, but then they carried over the previous month game. So this month they're giving 2 Xbox One games and 4 Xbox 360 games. You can download Pool Nation FX and Child of Light on the Xbox One right now. And then Gears of War Judgment will be available from April 1st to the 15th, as well as Terraria. And then on the second half of the month for the Xbox 360, you can download Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel. Of those games, that is the least, like, you should not even bother with that one. Anyway.
Yeah, the rest seem quite good. You know,
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag's good. You know,
They
Child
are.
of Light and all that. Good
They
stuff.
are. They definitely are. And just for those on the PSN end of things, they haven't announced the full lineup yet for the PlayStation Plus April games, but we do know that Dishonored will be appearing for the PlayStation 3. And then also the game Whoa Dave, which previously was a PlayStation Plus title for the Vita in January, that will now be available in April for the PlayStation 4 as well. And I believe that's because they're basically creating a cross-buy situation, but you'll be able to pick that up for the PS4 as well.
I know in March for PlayStation Plus, they left announcing what was coming out right until the last minute, and I mean it was last minute. They didn't actually announce it till I think it was the 3rd or 4th of March, and then the games came out on the 5th.
And they had a pretty good lineup, though.
Oh yeah,
remember.
yeah, some really good games. There was that Abe's Odyssey, New and Tasty, Ollie Ollie 2. So yeah, some good stuff. So Counter Spy. So I still haven't played all this month's games.
I know.
They're all
It's
building up
just
now.
creating a backlog. I mean, I have Rayman Legends sitting there, and I haven't even touched it yet. But I finally played Limbo. I did my part. All right, Mark. Pressure's
Yes.
on. Rich has taken the lead. He's jumped into the lead with his 5-point victory there. So here is your
The
question.
baby-faced assassin.
The babyface assassin. Mark, Microsoft has been getting into the free-to-play model in a big way with the announcement of Halo Online. However, there is a catch. This game is only available in what country, Mark? Is it A, China, B, South Korea, or C, Russia?
I think listeners know why we pause now because we're just like staring into blank space because we haven't got a clue what the answer is.
Damn
Um,
you, DeLacy!
yeah. Oh God, I don't know. Just give us the countries again, please, Greg. Russia.
There's China, South
Yeah.
Korea, or Russia. Or as the game punchers would do, A, China, 2, South Korea, or Z, Russia.
It's Z, not Z.
Excuse me. Beta.
Yeah. Oh God. China's a new market. South Korea and Russia will be huge markets anyway. Oh my God.
Logic. Mark, are you using logic again?
Yeah, logic don't work, does it?
Yes.
We did that last week. um,
It's really hot. Can I just say it's really hot?
I'll just go with me first gut instinct. It was Russia.
All right. Well, let's find out if you are correct. Mark Wright. Yes! Good job. Yes, Halo Online, a free-to-play multiplayer only take on and it's basically using a modified Halo 3 engine, and I believe they will be featuring cosmetic transactions, so you can do some like cosmetic upgrades, that kind of thing. So that's the free-to-play model. But it is only in Russia right now, with no official plans to bring it to North America or console even. It is PC only, and I saw some videos of what it looks like so far, and it's pretty interesting.
So I
They
wonder why
kind
it's
of
only getting released there then.
yeah, it looks like they're kind of Call of Dutyizing it a little bit in that like armor pieces will have different statistics to them, and weapons will have stats, and you can upgrade them, and you can get different weapons. And you can definitely change out your loadouts when you go into a match. There still will be some power-ups to be found on the map, but it seems like they're limiting that a little bit. And there is vehicle play as well still. So, ghosts and warthogs, all that good stuff.
So who's the enemy then? Is it Ukraine and Georgia and
No,
or is
no,
it
it's
Covenant?
Spartan versus Spartan, although there is one map now that's specifically set in Russia, apparently. So it is interesting. It's going to be interesting to watch that and see how that takes off.
Microsoft said, didn't they, when someone asked like, "Will you bring it to other countries?" I think their reply was like the most like obvious common sense answer ever. They said something along the lines of, "To bring it to other countries, we'd have to make it for other countries." That's it. It's like, well, no shit. Like, obviously, make the language English or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
that was their
I
answer.
think here's the reality of this. I think they want to test it out in a market that likes that kind of game, and Russia definitely likes free-to-play first-person shooters. So, test it out there, see how it does. If it takes off in a big way, I guarantee you're going to see this game push out into other markets. I can't see them not. Same thing with Call of Duty Online. If it really takes off in a big way over in China, and it doesn't seem like it is so far, um, I think you would see that push out into, other markets, and they would develop that out for other markets. So,
Yeah, maybe it's like Obama and trying to extend an olive branch as well to Vladimir. Maybe I don't know, bridge between two worlds, or maybe it's just because video games. Who knows?
Yeah, but will they do what the other developer did and they hide a load of like penises in all the artwork? So, fuck
yeah.
you, Putin.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I
Oh
got
God,
nothing
it's
on
a
that.
tie now. It's a tie.
It is a tie. It is
One
a
all.
tie. It's craziness now. So
One all.
next question is worth 10 points. It's kind of irrelevant at this point because it's for all the marbles. You get it right, you're in like Flynn. If you get it wrong, you are out, and the other person has the opportunity. So here
Yes.
we go, Rich. And this is quasi-gaming related, but I put it in
Oh,
here
that's
because, damn it, I wanted it in here. So this is
okay.
for me.
Okay.
Rich, announced this week what sci-fi anime series is being brought to the big screen by Sony. Is it A, Robotech, B, Battletech, or C, Gundam?
Oh God. Hmm. I've never heard of Robotech or Anal Tech or whatever it was
Anal
called.
Tech or Battletech?
um, Gundam seems the most obvious because Gundam sells massive on Japanese markets. I'm gonna go Gundam. I've never heard of the other two, Greg. Honestly, wouldn't know what they look like. I'm guessing anime, but I wouldn't know what they look like if I saw them.
Richard Webster, you are wrong.
Oh,
Yes, a live action film franchise based on the popular, mind you, Richard Webster, popular science fiction anime series Robotech is currently being planned by
You
Sony
didn't know that?
Pictures. Yes. Robotech, Rich. Robotech, they had the F-14 fighter jets that turn into robots and they pilot. It was mechs. It's mechs. Do I have to remind you? It's mechs.
this actually looks kind of cool.
It's
Japanese
awesome.
Transformers.
It is fucking awesome. I am super excited for this.
Honestly, you watch this, yeah?
I watched this all throughout my teen years. They
Oh,
brought
it's.
Robotech to the U.S. and it
Oh,
was
I see. It's
yeah.
from ages ago.
Oh yeah. Shut up, Rich.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of mine. A little bit.
According to the studio, the intention is to move quickly toward production of a future global franchise. The upcoming film will be produced and written by the same team behind the film 300, which is kind of exciting to hear. Although I kind of hope they don't do the whole green screen thing for the entire movie. I'm hoping they invest in some real quality CGI.
Yeah. Oh, breaking news as well. Did you do anything? I wasn't breaking really. It was something that was recent related to Zelda. I just wanted to bring it out because we're on the same subject. That
Right.
whole Zelda Netflix thing.
Oh, the Zelda Network. Yeah, Zelda. They're gonna make a Zelda movie from
No,
Netflix.
they're not doing it now. I
Oh,
thought
they're
it was
not doing it
relevant to
now.
what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo have come out and said that whatever the studio is saying is lies. It's not based on fact.
Okay. Wow. All right.
I thought it was relevant to because it was basically this one article in Forbes or whatever that said like, oh, they're doing it, but I think it was I found out on on Giant Bomb. I just thought it was relevant to your subject.
No, it's
not
very relevant. I
not
had not
happening
heard
now.
that they had debunked that or said that wasn't coming. So
Yeah,
interesting.
what's interesting is that they actually come out and said it's not. Game developers and stuff don't usually say no, do they? They just leave rumors hanging in
Yeah.
fucking in air.
Yeah. But Robotech is coming, Rich. Robotech.
I might check that out, because it
Have
looks
to.
kind of like Transformers, and I loved Transformers when I was a kid.
It's actually better than Transformers.
How
Better.
can it be better than like Optimus Prime and like doing shit and stuff?
Because it's
Doing
sci-fi,
shit stuff.
invasions, and mechs, Rich. Did I mention it's mechs?
So mechs is in like people drive them.
Yes. They pilot these F-14 VTOL. I think they're called the VTOL fighter, and then they transform into these robots. That's the best way
Yeah.
I can put it.
Isn't that like Mask? Wasn't Mask like that? Mechs.
I don't know. That I
I used
don't
to
know.
watch Mask all the time. Anyone in the chat knows Mask? I'll give them a free game on Steam.
Yeah, just lie and say yes. Although you have to probably do something to prove it. All right. Well,
Upload a video of you singing the theme tune.
all right. Mark,
Yes.
door. This is the door before we got to Rich's question. This is the door after. It is wide open. You can
Yeah.
walk right through right now with a win. Possibly, I think your first win this year. I could be wrong.
Maybe second. I think
Maybe
I had
second.
one win.
You might.
Yeah.
You might have. But either way, it's
Give me a
down
bit
to
of credit,
this.
will you?
I'm giving you all the credit in the world. Here you go. How many copies of the eventual free-to-play game's early access pass for H1Z1 have been sold in the first 2 months? Basically, how many copies of H1Z1 have they sold already, Mark? Is it A, over 1 million, B, over 750,000, or C, over 450,000?
I don't know, but I don't know. There's a lot of buzz about it at the moment. There's a lot of high-profile Twitchers playing it, and I've been watching some of it, and it looks quite fun. They seem to be playing that battle royale mode. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Where they all get dropped into this area, and the area keeps getting smaller and smaller by filling it with poison gas. And the last one to survive, obviously, wins all the goodies.
It's kind of like the Hunger
So,
Games.
yep. Well, it's Battle Royale is the original. That's a Japanese one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Japanese movie with the school kids where they had to kill each other. So, yeah, there's a lot of people playing it. Now I know there's a you have to pay a subscription for Battle Royale, but the main game itself's free, and it's I'll go middle of the road. Was it 750-ish? There was a 400.
750. There's
Yeah,
450,000, 750,000, or over a million.
I'll go middle. I'll go 750.
Well, Mark, your instincts are 100% wrong, my friend.
Wrong. It's over a million, isn't it?
Yes, it is indeed.
Yeah.
It has
You know, I'm
sold
gonna go that as
over a million copies on Steam so far, and it's just 2 months in. So, well done to them. Daybreak Studios is pretty excited, and they said that was as of February 2nd. It was. This is where English would really help me out. So basically, it was welcome news for the team at Daybreak, which basically on February 2nd had been created out of the ashes of what was Sony Online Entertainment. So this brings us to a conundrum. We have a tie, but I have a solution.
You prepared this time.
I am prepared this time. We have a tiebreaker question. All right, so
Is it
this
anything
is
to do with Call of Duty?
maybe, maybe not. I cannot tell you at this point in time. But the tiebreaker question is going to be whoever gets closest without going over. And I'm going to give a bonus to this question. It'll be a half-point bonus. So, Rich, you could clear up your tiebreak situation
Okay.
if
This
you
is
get
interesting.
it. All right.
I'm excited.
So, the first part of the question. And, Mark, you are the visiting team since Rich is our reigning champion right now. Mark, give me odd or even.
Even.
Mark, do you want to take the question or do you want to give the question?
I'll take it.
All right, Mark, you are first up. Closest without going over. All right. What year did the first Pokemon game debut? What year did the first Pokemon game debut?
Now then, my little uns, when they were same little, when they were little, they were into Pokemon. So it's got to be early 90s. But did the game come out shortly after the cartoons? 94. No, hang on. No, we're too young for. 96. 1996.
All right. Richard Webster.
I don't know why, but I've got 1995 in my head. That's my answer.
I should have gone last, shouldn't I? I should let him go first.
I suppose I was hoping Mark you'd ask debut in what country because I think they come out in Japan first. Back when it was like a year later, they come out in the US and the Europe. I'm gonna say 95. I used to play the game a lot, and I'm sure it says copyright Game Freak 1995 to something. I'm sure it does.
Well, I'm happy to report I can congratulate one of you. And that person is Richard Webster.
Oh.
1995 on the nose. Well done.
Only 1 year out. We're only
Yep,
1 year
1
out.
year out, yes. So, Rich, as you run away. Okay, Rich, drop that. Do not look at it. Do not look at it, Rich. Put it down. Do not look at it.
I've just got it out of my cupboard.
Yes. All
What
right, Rich.
colour is the box art?
Rich, here is your bonus. If you get
Okay.
this, I will give you another half point to your total.
Okay.
Rich, who owns Pokemon?
Who owns them?
Who owns the franchise Pokemon?
It's Nintendo.
Rich, I'm sorry,
So-
you are incorrect.
No.
Pokemon is owned by the Pokemon Company.
Oh,
Yes, they have a crazy relationship with Nintendo, and for all intents and purposes, you would think it's owned by Nintendo, but no, it is actually a separate company called the Pokemon Company.
oh God! Do you know what? As much as I like Pokemon games, just saying the Pokemon Company makes me throw up a little bit in my mouth. Oh God! Do you know? I don't know how much of a fact this is, Greg. Well, this is what was getting said years ago. Apparently, the guy who created Pokemon, the idea of Pokemon and
Hmm.
stuff, apparently he took the idea to Sega and Sony, and both turned it down. And then he took it to Nintendo, and then they bought it, and they made the games, and then they made the trading cards, and then they blew up in everyone's face. I'm sure that's true anyway, but that's like a 20-year-old fact, probably. So
A
who the hell
20-year-old.
knows?
Yes,
This is before
exactly.
the internet, you know. This was like word of mouth, like Japanese. Someone in Japan says it, and then whispers it to someone across the globe, and then it reaches like my high school, and then someone says, "Have you heard about this?" I don't know. It's like the
So,
naked Lara Croft.
did the cartoons come before the game then, or did the game come then the cartoons?
I don't know.
Um,
I closed it
I
out
don't
before I
know.
looked at it, so
I'm not really into Pokemon on that.
neither am I.
I think
I
the
Neither am
just
I.
worked
games
out on
came
my kids'
before.
ages.
I'm sure the games come out before the cards, off the top of my head. I think the games
Right.
come and then the cards come, but I don't know if the TV show was first. I'm not sure.
I believe the
Well,
TV
I'll
show
put the
was
game
after.
back. Let me just have a little look at this.
All right. Well, in the meantime, we do
Yeah,
have some
the
video
Pokemon
game
Company.
trivia. Jason Johnson, last minute entry in. He got it over to me. It's on my cell phone. In fact, right there. That's your gaming trivia. There you go.
Ooh,
All the
Make it
screen.
answers.
big. See the answer.
Exactly. I'm on to
Screens.
you.
We love
All
screens.
right, Rich, for winning the news quiz, you get the joy of getting the first question. And
Okay.
speaking of Zelda, Rich, in The Legend of
Okay.
Zelda, Majora's Mask, how many days does Link have to save Terminia? Termina.
Okay.
If I could only read my cell phone.
My guess is quick.
Is it? Oh, sorry. Well, let me give you some days here. There's a multiple choice on this. Is it
Okay.
A4, B3, C1, or D6?
I'm suspense just for the listeners, so it's exciting to listen to. But I think I know the answer. But if I'm wrong, hilarious. I'm gonna go with 3, Greg.
Richard Webster. Well done! Yes, 3 is the magic number. Yes, in fact, 3 days to save Termina. God, if I could, I don't know why. English is difficult for me at times.
It's
Speaking
actually
of
pronounced
Scherzbitten,
Yeah, that's how you pronounce
You
it.
can't
Okay.
pronounce Call of Duty neither, can you?
no, I cannot.
Because
Mark,
you say duty.
duty. Call it
Duty.
duty. Mark, the ghosts in the original Pac-Man arcade game are named Clyde, Inky, Pinky, and what? Is it A, Stinky, B, Jinky, C, Winky, or D, Blinky?
Absolutely. Last one, Blinky.
Good job, Mark. Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, it is Blinky. Yeah. We're back to you, Mr. Webster, because
I'm back.
we have 4 questions this week. Jason,
Ooh.
going the extra mile.
I like it.
Squall is a character in which Final Fantasy game, Rich? Is it A, Final Fantasy VII, B, Final Fantasy Tactics, C, Final Fantasy 13-2, or D, Final Fantasy 8? Squall. We all remember Squall fondly, except for this guy, because I've never played like a Final Fantasy.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't either. You're not the only one, Greg. I have no idea what Squall is.
I know.
Well, I know what a squall
this.
is, but I don't know what squall is in this. For all I know, it's a furry little rabbit.
I know this one. I'm sure I do.
Squall, Rich. Final Fantasy
Yeah,
VII, Final
Squall.
Fantasy
Final
Tactics.
Fantasy 8.
Is that your
Yes,
final
Final
answer?
Fantasy 8. Yeah. go for
Final? Are you sure?
Final
Staking your
8.
life on it.
it. Yes, and my glass of water as well. I can't see.
Rich,
Yeah.
get ready to pour that glass down your throat because you just got it right. Final Fantasy VIII. Congratulations.
Get in. I'm killing it with Nintendo and like Japanese things tonight. What's going on?
You're killing it. You should be Japanese.
I know.
Mark,
Yes.
are you ready? Back of the
No.
box, Mark. Back of the box.
Right.
Here we go. Face, and for the listeners that don't know this, this is a back of the box description, and we have to guess the game. There's no multiple choice here. It is just going from the gut and what you think it might be.
Can I just say, when I listened to last week's show, I actually got last week's.
I would
Really?
just like to call you a liar.
You said Dark Souls, but I knew it was Demon Souls because of a Nexus, because that's where you go when you die. But yeah,
Oh,
carry on.
God.
All right.
You're
Sure
gonna
you
win
did,
this.
Mark. Yeah, we always hear
Yeah, no,
that.
I did. I won't get
Everybody
this
gets
week's,
the
but-
trivia right. Yep. All right, Mark. Face your fear in this ancient city where danger, death, and madness lurk around every corner, and discover the city's darkest secrets in order to survive. What game is this?
Oh, shit, that's a bit vague, isn't it?
It's not my fault. Blame the company that made this game and put that back in the box.
No, I'm going to blame Teflon for picking it.
Jason takes pride in that.
Can you read it again, please? Great.
Sure I can. Mark, face your fear in this ancient city where danger, death, and madness lurk around every corner, and discover the city's darkest secrets in order to survive.
No idea. And if it's a Nintendo game, that's probably why I have no idea, because I've never played Nintendo games. So an ancient city. Sounds a bit horror survival-y.
I think madness is a clue, Mark. I'm only helping you because neither of us have got any idea. But I think madness might be a clue. Think along madness, something madness.
What, like House of Fun madness and...
Yeah. Oh. Nice.
Oh, God.
Mark, I need an answer.
No, I'm just drawing a blank here. Hang on a minute. Hang on.
You're waiting for the chat to tell you. They're not going to
No,
help you
I'm
out.
not. I'm trying to think of a game with an ancient city in where you're battling stuff. I don't know. The only one that springs to mind, I know it's wrong, is Legendary.
Mark, you are wrong.
Wrong.
Richard Webster, what is the name of this game?
Face your fear in this ancient city where death, destruction, and madness. Something.
It's pretty close. Sorta. Not really.
Ancient city, death, destruction, and madness. Ancient
Right.
city, madness, ancient city. Google, madness. Twitter. No, I'm just being Sherlock now. I'm thinking ancient city, madness, ancient city. Let's say Jersey Devil for the PS1.
Oh my God.
Oh
No.
my God.
All right.
I can say
wow.
it.
Here is a clue.
Oh, Jericho.
Here is a clue.
Oh, that's a good one.
It is newer.
Clive Barker.
It is no older than 2014.
Oh, wow.
And I'll give you one other clue. I will call it more high profile than low profile. I don't want to give too many clues here because it might make it easy. So, Mark,
Is it-
2014 or newer.
Yeah.
It would be considered. You would consider it to be probably more high profile.
Mm.
Possibly. And my description of high profile, by the way, you can't hold me to it. That is just being a little bit vague, but trying to give you a decent enough clue.
Now then.
Face your fear in this ancient city where danger, death, and madness lurk around every corner, and discover the city's darkest secrets in order to survive.
Probably on a completely wrong track here, but during the French Revolution, there was a lot of madness. One with the claim that, I don't know, the royals beheaded them because they thought they were mad. I don't know. Is it
Here we go,
Assassin's
history
Creed
for you people.
Unity?
I'm sorry.
Assassin's Creed Unity?
No.
No.
Richard Webster. Last
The
shot,
Order,
and then I will.
1986.
I'm sorry.
That was this year, not last year.
That could be this year, by the way. I said
I
newer than 2014.
Oh, I was thinking of last year.
I'm gonna say The Order, but it might be Bloodborne as well. But The Order 1886.
Richard Webster. No. But your second guess was right.
The Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, yes. I couldn't
You know
say
something?
this year. That would have been too much of a giveaway. Come on.
I know.
Yeah, it's only been like two games.
We say 2014. I was thinking of last year. I've actually got it downloading now as we speak. because there's a special offer on at the moment. If you credit your PlayStation Network account with £50 on using PayPal, you only pay 40, so you get £10 free.
That
So
is
that's
totally a deal. You get £10 free, so then you can spend that
yeah.
£10 on something else. That's
Well, no,
marketing. That is
no,
marketing.
no. You didn't. I paid £40, but my
Right.
account gets credited with 50.
Ah,
Uh,
okay. I thought
so
you were saying you had
so
to put 50 in, and then they would only
no
charge you 40.
no
That would have been
no.
brilliant.
So yeah, I've actually picked up Bloodborne today. I didn't think I
All
would have done,
right.
but I was gonna
Ooh, it
wait.
looks really good. It looks
Yeah,
great.
it looks solid.
Bloodborne, oh, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
I've been watching some Twitches streaming it past couple of days, and it looks like Dark Souls on heat. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. I watched the IGN playthrough. It was like 40 minutes. I watched it for, and it was really good. It looks like a toned down Devil May Cry.
Yeah, there was a Canadian guy I watch on Twitch called Dreaded Cone, and but you guys got it on Tuesday, didn't you, Greg?
Yes.
Um, Over in North America, and he started playing it before. I think it was just as I was going to bed. He was playing it, and I got up the next morning, and he was still playing it. He played it for about 12, 14 hours straight. So
All I know
yeah,
is I saw a video of someone fisting a pig. There was a giant
what?
pig in the corner, and he punched it in the ass, and it went right into his anus, and then he ripped it out of the anus and killed the pig. It was pretty brilliant.
Oh,
Yes. So there you go. Fisting in Bloodborne. Yes. Confirmed.
PS4 exclusive, people.
PS4 exclusive.
The main reason to buy PS4.
Only on PlayStation can you virtually
Pissing
fist
pigs.
a swine.
You can only play baseball for a year when servers get turned off, but you can fist a pig.
Well, there you go.
All
Everybody.
right, Rich, let's talk about Strategy Month. We only have a few days left of this, and you've got some giveaways going on, so I want to make sure we cover that. And then, Mark, I'm going to have you cover new releases for me this week.
Yeah, so March strategy. We've been playing some strategy games. This week I've been really busy with work stuff, so I was supposed to try and do 2 more videos, and I just haven't. So the videos may come a little bit after, but we're currently playing Total War Shogun 2 and Sins of a Solar Empire Trinity. But basically, March strategy is all about playing strategy shit. I'm putting it on YouTube and streaming Twitch stuff. And you can win a copy of Sid Meier's Starships next month, which for, I think, Steam would probably be the easiest one. But if you must have it for iPad, we'll sort it out. And all you have to do is send us a selfie of you playing a strategy game to win that. You can win Company of Heroes 2 by sending us a funny joke. We've only had a couple of those. I think I already have in my head who's going to win that one, because I think we might have only had one actual proper entry. So get on that, guys.
Yes.
And the other one is obviously XCOM Complete Edition on Steam, which is the Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within bundle. And you can win that by sending us an idea for a strategy setting. The easiest way to get these answers to us is email or tweet, because we can track it. If you say it in the chat, I'll probably forget, because I'm as human. I don't know. You can chat it, and I might remember, like the joke was shattered. So yeah, just let us know. And was that my joke, Rich? No, Parsnip, it wasn't your joke. I don't actually class you as being eligible for this one, mate.
Denied. Denied.
Because you're the fearless leader. I can't. It'd be fixed if my main giveaway goes to our administrator slash owner slash person.
I'm
It
not
would be a
owned.
bit weird.
We are
But
not
yeah,
owned
I
by
mean,
anybody.
I've just give you Tropico 4, so that should keep your wife happy for a bit.
So quit your crying, Parsnip.
Because I'm here, and I can't make her happy because I'm here in not where you live. Hey, I'm aggressive. Yeah, so that's it. March strategy. Woohoo! Strategy games are great. Play
Strategy
them.
games are awesome, and XCOM Enemy Unknown, by the way, is all time. It really is my favorite
Yeah.
strategy game I have ever
Yeah,
played.
me too.
Even over the original XCOM. I really loved their take on the re-envisioning for XCOM. So it is fantastic. All right, Mr. Marcanix,
Yes.
tell us what we could play in the coming week, if you would be
Yep.
so kind.
In the coming week, from tomorrow to next Friday, the April the 3rd, we have Dead or Alive 5 Last Round on PC.
Boobs.
He's adding stuff. He's adding stuff to this list. I'm going to get tripped up here. That's out on March 30th. Yeah, you can already look at the boobs on PS4 and Xbox One already because it's already out.
Because boobs.
Yeah, because boobs. Axiom Verge on the PS4, March 31st.
Game of the year.
What is that?
I
I don't know what that is.
No
game-
one knows. That's why it's
Game of the year, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll be too busy playing Bloodborne, so I won't be bothered. MLB 15, the show, will be wiping the floor with MLB 14, the show, and killing its server on March 31st.
Ouch.
Neverwinter, which I've preloaded today,
Yep, me too.
is
I'm
out.
very curious.
Is out on March 31st. That's
Hey,
an
Taskman.
MMO. Yeah, MMORPG on the Xbox One, and it looks pretty interesting, does that?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who was in the beta. Beta, but
There's actually
not-
there's a few people that were in the beta.
yeah. So I don't know any news on it, but it looks interesting.
Well, it's funny because the beta went up and then it didn't last that long online. I was surprised because I thought it would go a little longer, and I only tapped into it for a quick short period, and then I got sidetracked with some life stuff. I went back to it, I think on the following Tuesday, and I was like, I'll play some of it now, and it's like, nope, shut down.
Another game I've not heard of, Paperbound. It's coming to PS4 and PC on March 31st. Right, I'll see if I can. This is going to fail miserably now. I'm going to try to do a game punches here.
Do it.
Tukiden Kiwami on PS4 and Vita, March 31st. And the one what all the track guys, Parsnip, Hemwood, Smurftastic, all them guys, these guys are absolutely spiffing their pants waiting for this. Project Cars.
And they're
But
going
it
to have,
says-
it's PC only.
It's PC only on
on
April,
April
2nd.
2nd. Yes. Remember,
So-
it got
sorry to
delayed a
tease
little
you.
bit.
Yeah, I just thought I'd tease them there a little bit. It's PC only on April the 2nd. I think the console one's been given a May date now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Initially, it got delayed again for the third time.
To be fair, I don't know if the PC version also might be delayed. This list, I don't know if it's been updated for that particular delay, so we could be lying to you right now. We
Yeah.
may be teasing you, but
Well,
it's
Greg
coming.
does like lying. He likes lying about who picked a golf course, for instance. Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking
it's a
about.
possibility.
know what you're
Yeah, so that's the new releases for the next upcoming 7 days.
Cool. Excellent. All right. Playdates and community stuff going on. Sunday, Rich, Battlefield 4, is that happening? Is that what I'm reading there? Maybe?
Yeah. Me and the couple of the guys usually play Battlefield 4 every weekend for a bit.
All right. So if you were interested in playing Battlefield 4 with the guys, as you said, you'd want to
guys.
look up Big Bad Daddy on the old Steams with
With a 1.
with the
On
one.
it's
This
best
is
to
Lee.
follow me on Twitter, Big Bad Daddy with a 1, because we arrange it on Twitter, and we usually start about 4 p.m. UK time, roughly something like that. I was gonna change my Twitter name to Big Bad Daddy with an I the other day because PC Gamer featured my question on their PC Gamer show.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And they spelt it with an I, and I was like, "Fuck, no one's gonna be able to follow me because they don't know it's me." And I went, and there was an account called Big Bad Daddy with an I that just posts spam 2 years ago. So I was gutted. It's not been used in 2 years. So I filed a report against the account for spam. Hopefully it gets closed and I can have Big Bad Daddy with an I and grow up.
So everybody who's listening, go on Twitter and report Big Bad Daddy with an I for spam.
For spam, yeah. It just tweets like some deals and stuff. But yeah, we'll be playing Battlefield, and I'm playing a game this weekend actually with I think it's Verbal Rob, possibly Defoe or Amras. I can't remember. There's so many of us who play games, but we're going to be playing Fortnite, which is a new Epic game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I saw,
nice, yeah.
I saw a preview on this. They did a Twitch live stream from the developers. It looks quite interesting, this. I think
Yeah.
I think Gary DeFelice has been he's been interested in this for quite a while now. I think it was him who told me about it originally.
Yeah, so it'll be Gary DeFelice and Gary DeFelice and Amras. It'll probably be that I'm playing with. I actually know nothing about nothing, like not
Yeah,
even
so-
a thing.
Yeah,
about
Fortnite. This game was announced, I want to say 2-3 years back from Epic,
Yeah.
and they were like, this is right before they kind of got away from Gears and all of that, and they really had announced it for PC. It came out. It had a very Team Fortress 2 kind of vibe in terms of the characters, and it's a co-op horde mode. That was at least what they said at the time. I don't know what may have changed since then, but you basically go out scavenging for materials. You bring it back, you build up your fort, and you try and live through the night. And that's when
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
creatures come out. But it looked
What
like
I
a lot
saw
of
of it,
fun.
it looked like a four-player co-op, and it looked like a cross between Minecraft and Rust and Daisy sort of thing.
That's
It looks
interesting.
quite interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, it could be
looks
great.
quite good.
Yeah,
Uh,
so it's Fortnite, but not spelled like Fortnite. It's just Fort Fortnite, I think. So he sent me an alpha code or whatever it is, to
alpha,
join
beta.
in.
Alpha, beta.
Alpha,
It's a grocery
alpha
store.
beta. See, I
Used
don't
to be.
say. See,
It's
how
a
do you
gamma
pronounce
code.
it? How do
Well, I
you
say
pronounce it,
beta.
Greg?
I
And
say
what about you,
beta.
Mark?
Beta.
I say demo. That's what I say.
Nice.
That's why I pronounce it.
Perfect.
So, so
We have Clan Wars is a thing that happens within our community. If you are interested in playing Clan Wars, we don't really have any updates because Fraser Moores, who heads up the Clan Wars, he is a little senile. He misses some things every once in a while. But check him out. Look him up. Fumu. I think it's Fumu on Steam. And it's certainly at Fumu on the Twitters. And get a hold of him if you want to get in on the Clan Wars. I think we have 2 spots left open in the clan as of last week, so who knows. Um, the golf club. This is this crazy unique game. It's a golf game. We love it. We currently this past week played the OC X Gen Challenge 7, which was the Loch Lorne Golf Club in Perthshire, Scotland, and it was handicap playing.
Perthshire.
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 Perthshire. Perthshire. All right. Most importantly, let's talk about some results. On the let's start. Well, we'll start with the Xbox One. We kind of try and go in order of high score to low score. So Xbox One, we had Bawbag coming in at -2. Chinny came in at -3. Arnat79 came in at -9. TGM Cerberus came in at
-5.
sorry -5. Did I say -9?
Yeah.
We had TMG Cerberus at -6, Step J at -7, and Murphy's Law at -10. Then we move on to the PS4, and actually, Mark, do me a favor, read these off real quick.
Yep. Yeah, a couple of us were knuckle draggers on this. Metric Pizza was +15.
+15.
I was a +4. Real Kahuna +3. Big Daddy Stu from Veteran Gamers, he got a -1. But the two really good competitive dudes were always at the top of the shot. We've got Tuscan77 with a -8. But Manny Calavera's come back in big style this week with a -10. Because Tuscan won last week, so yeah, Manny Calavera's taking his crown back for PS4. And on the PC, not as many this week, but PC, they've done it again. We've got Barrichello's Ghost, which is Andy, with a -4. The Taftman with a -7, so well done with that one, Taftman. And the real Defoe, Gary De Felice, -11.
Fuck
So
that guy.
He's our overall winner again. Well done, Gary.
Damn you, Gary.
Well done, Gary.
Damn you all to hell. Yeah, I was gutted when I saw that he was the one that beat me. I was like, I was good with tying with Manny Calavera. I was like, all right, you know what, that works, -10 and his handicap. I mean, it took him down quite a bit. And then Gary posts a -11. What's that about? I actually expected scores to be a lot lower. This course ended up being a little bit more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it though. Even though I only got a chance to play it once.
Yeah.
Sadly, that's why I've got a crappy +4. But it was quite a good course. There's a couple of the holes were quite challenging, but yeah, it's really good. I enjoyed it more than that last one you picked.
All right, well, brace yourselves.
All right, here we go. Greg's
new
picking.
Course.
This is all Greg's fault.
OC X Gen Challenge number 8 for the golf club. So if you are in the golf club, probably by tomorrow morning it should be up on all systems. You are going to do a search on the tournament section for the golf club at Hunter Meadows. It will be handicap play. The golf club at Hunter Meadows. Make sure if you're on the PS4 you are friends with Marcanix. If you're on the Xbox One, you want to make sure you're friends with me, Murphy's Law. And if you are on the PC side, look up The Real Defoe and friend him on the Steams. This way we can track your scores because it is a private tournament for friends only. And good luck. Here's a news flash for you. It's an easy course. It's not a hard course.
Just a little tip for those who are sort of like new to it, because I've had a new guy send me a friend request this week. Sorry, I can't remember your name offhand without looking on the system, but welcome. If you go into the tournament section and then select your player, and then you can, on the PS4, you press a triangle, so I presume on the Xbox it's a Y button. PC, it'll be something on your keyboard. But there is a search function, so if you search for the actual title, what we give it, which is OC with then a space, X Gen, which is XGEN, then another space, challenge, and then 8. You should find it that way. If you have trouble finding it, search for the title. So I know Stu Fowler had trouble finding the last one, and a few people on Twitter helped him out, and he got there.
Yeah, you can also do usually a search on the tournaments. Just pull up go into to play a tournament, and then just all tournaments, and then cycle it to filter for handicap play. And usually will be listed in one of the top ones because there's not a lot of, and because you're friends with us, you'll get it shown as a tournament option for you.
Yeah, you can even search friends tournaments. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a few ways of doing it.
Yeah. So no excuses, damn it, no excuses. All right. We got an update for the March Hot Lap Challenge. As of March 27th at 2 p.m. PST, which is Parsnip Nose time. Because he sent this to me. He said, Beans jumps into third and knocks Taff down to fourth. Quidgy leapfrogs Krashnik, but Smurf is still on top. So the standings as it is right now in the challenge, it is Smurftastic in first, the Henwood in second, MSK Beans in third, the Taffman at fourth, TMG Cerberus at 5, the Real Kahuna at 6th, Parsnip Nose 3000 at 7th, Quibby Jones in 8th, TB Krashnik in 9th, and Off Target coming in at 10th. Of course, these basically are the times for the Forza 5 Hot Lap Challenge. So get in there. You still have a little bit of time. If you need to look it up, go into the G4TE forums. There's a Hot Lap Challenge section in the threads there. And we've got victories achieved. So
can I just interrupt you very quick?
Yes, you may.
While we're on the subject of Forza, there's the Fast and Furious 7 Forza Horizon 2
good call
DLC out today, and it's free until April the 10th. So grab it now while you can. It's standalone. You don't need the original game, so grab it while it's free.
Yep.
Because all the reports I've heard back, I know Henwood's played it. They say it's really, really good.
I can't wait to dive into it. I downloaded it earlier today.
Yeah, I've got it. I've queued a load up. We're all downloading.
You've queued a load up. Oh,
yeah.
I think of completely something different. All right. Victories achieved. This is a contest we run on a quarterly basis. We have basically about 3 days left on this one. Runs till March 31st. Basically, if you complete a game, and all you got to do is take a selfie of yourself and the game in the background. That's ideally what we want to see. But if you can manage something with like your mug in a picture with an achievement for completing the game or something, just let us know what game you completed. Send that to us on Twitter, and you want to send that to @g4te.com. You need to spell the dot. Okay, so g4te.com. And tweet us the game name and hashtag victory achieved, and any other little funny quirk you want to throw in there, and you'll get entered into a contest where we, on a like I said, quarterly basis, draw a random person, and they win a $20 or £15 gift card for either PSN, Xbox Live, or Steam. So it's free money. There's no reason why you shouldn't join in and potentially win a game. Win a game, win some money. So for DLC, you could use it for a game, whatever the case may be.
Free shit.
Free shit. We try to give away stuff. We're generous people. All right. So this week, the the Real Deformed, or damn autocorrect, the Real Defoe finished the 1886, the Order 1886. Kev67 finished Battlefield Hardline. I finished Limbo. Psycho Womble finished Lords of Fallen. Still pissed off about that, by the way. I missed that flash sale by like apparently hours, and yeah. Anyway,
That is another game what is rock hard. That is so tough.
Anyway, so yes, those are the 4 latest entries in the Victories Achieved contest. Again, get it in there. You have what,
Greg?
3-4 days left? Yes, Rich.
Do we accept entries that come in during the show?
We can accept entries that come in during the show, certainly.
Gary Lever, Amras, just finished Ori and the Blind Forest about 20 minutes ago.
We accept entries other than Gary Lever's.
Okay.
At least
Sorry,
it's
Gary.
a proper game this time. It's not some
should-
episode
yeah.
of some sort of like crime fighting
Bullshit.
unknown thing. Yeah.
Bullshit, yes. I should point out that we do have one stipulation. Episode Game of Thrones or Borderlands or The Walking Dead, where they release out a single episode, we don't accept single episodes as complete games. You have to complete all 5 episodes in order to register as a victory achieved. We will, however, make an exception for standalone or extra large DLC packs that get released out. So Infamous Second Son or First Light, I think it was. That was the standalone DLC. We would take that. That would be acceptable. But we had to put a kibosh on the episodic stuff because people were basically, walking through 5 episodes of The Walking Dead in an evening, and suddenly they were getting 5 entries. So we wanted to make it a little more fair. So that's that. Get them in. And if you want to take part and be part of the chat and hang out and make fun of us while we make fun of you and talk video games, just tune in every Friday right around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes a little later, but pretty much 3 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. EST. Next week it'll start being 11 p.m. GMT. So would that be BST at that point?
Yeah, it'll be BST, British Summertime.
Right, 11 p.m. bullshit time.
Not bullshit. Not bullshit.
No, it
time.
is bullshit
No,
time.
No,
Yep. Anyway, so just head on over. Just type into your browser live.g4te.com, and it'll dump you right into our Twitch page, and you can listen to us live. And now, through the beauty of Skype and video cameras and the internets, you can see us talking, which I don't know that that's necessarily a good thing. You can email the show, podcast@g4te.com. That's super easy to remember, podcast@g4te.com. Even easier, you can tweet us at OC_podcast and let us know what you think or just what you're thinking about that day. And of course, because we're old, we love Facebook. It's a thing with old people. Facebook. I don't think the kids like Facebook anymore, but we love it. So Facebook, fb.g4te.com. We have a Facebook page. Go check it out if you would like, or you feel like stalking us. And finally, iTunes reviews, Stitcher reviews, any place that you can review us, YouTube, the back of the bathroom stall, I don't care. Just give us a shout out. Let us know how we're doing. It's important that we get more people listening, so by getting reviews out there, we'll be found a little more often.
And follow us on Twitch.
Yeah, follow us on Twitch.
Twitch is
Give
where
us
we
a
are.
follow. Yeah, we've had quite a few people jumping onto the follow bandwagon.
Do you know what else people like? People come to listen to these sorts of things because they like getting their names shout out sometimes, don't they, Greg?
They do. They do indeed, Rich. Give some shout outs. I think you should kick this off. It's perfect timing.
I have some specific thing that I tweeted out this morning to the G4TE community to say what's the history behind your gamer tag, because everybody's egotistic. Everyone wants to hear their name shouted out on a podcast so they can tell all their friends. Guys. So they, like I was with PC Gamer Show, go listen to the PC Gamer Show or watch it on YouTube. But I've just got a few here. Just while I'm on the subject, though, Mark, I think I know, but what's the history of your gamer tag?
Mine's a mixture of my name and my job. I'm a motor vehicle mechanic. So Mark, mechanic, mixed them together, mechanic. But my son thought it'd be cool to have an X on the end rather than a CH or whatever. So yeah, that's where mine comes. Yeah, a bit like your big bad daddy with a one.
Yeah. What about you, Greg? What's Murphy's Law? What does Murphy's Law, anything that can happen will happen, mean to you?
Exactly. That's exactly what it means to me. Some people I guess there was a television show called Murphy's Law at some point, and so some younger gamers thought that's what it was about. But no, it is in fact the if it can go wrong, it will go wrong mantra. So I've always felt that way about video games, and it seems especially multiplayer competitive games. If it can go wrong, inevitably it will. So I decided I wanted that to be my gamer tag, and when I signed up to Xbox Live, years and years and years and years ago, it was available. So I've been Murphy's Law on Xbox
Yeah.
Live.
In the UK, that's more of a term we call sod's law.
Sod's
Um,
Law? Okay.
yeah, so it's called sod's law here. Like Womble's just put in the chat, he associates Murphy's law with RoboCop because the
I
guy was
can get
called
down with
Murphy. Yeah.
that. Murphy, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Isn't Murphy's Law actually called like Muppre's Law? Isn't it spelled incorrectly?
I don't
Or is
know.
that like an internet meme? There's like a thing where
Might
it's
be.
Muppre's Law because it means like if it's anything can go wrong, it will, and it's like you spell the name wrong on purpose. I don't know.
That might be a meme because of
That's a
course
meme thing.
it's a meme thing because what they're doing is they're meaning to spell Murphy's Law, but they accidentally say Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
So anything that can go wrong will go wrong, including the
See,
spelling of this.
education for your kids. I'm looking at you, Twitch. I'm looking at you right now. Other people come in with theirs. Mine was it was around the time I'd just become a father, and I wanted a scary name, like to scare people online. So Big Bad Daddy. This was before I knew Stu, Big Daddy, and I think before I played BioShock. So
Yeah,
uh,
see, I don't get the scary part of that. I get kind of like a little bit of like a soft porn kind of thing out of that.
I was going for the Big Bad Wolf vibe. But yeah, porno stash. That's what I had in
I was
November.
just gonna say, I remember the days you were trying to pull out the porno stash.
Oh yeah, I think Mark's "I haven't shaved in 3 hours" is probably longer than my month.
I know.
Yeah.
This is actually a year's worth of beard growth on me. So
Well,
yeah.
if someone had warned us that we were going live video tonight, I might have had a shave. But yeah, I don't shave much. I don't like
Crack,
it. It
crack on
irritates
the
the
Old
fuck
Spice.
out of me. Yeah.
Well, Stefan Ratcliffe, Steffi Business says it was his pub name.
Steffi.
Um, Steffi J. Rambo says he was a child of the 80s, so Rambo was his favourite character. The 4 because he was hoping for Rambo 4, and it happened. Um, Manny Calavera, because I said gamer tag screen name. Manny Calavera comes from my favourite LucasArts adventure, Grim Fandango. I want to be him without being dead, of course. Andy Bandwagon says, for the story behind Barrichello's ghost, ask Mark. He'll fill you in on the long story. Mark,
Mark.
any idea?
We used to play a lot of F1 with Andy. We had a championship every year with the F1 games released on 360, and he always seems to have a run-in with Rubens Barrichello.
Oh,
He
yeah.
used to always crash into him, or the AI version of him. It'd always take him out. So he ended up with this love-hate relationship and ended up having this thing where he created this Barrichello's ghost
I love
because
it.
he left the season, sort of thing.
That makes it even better.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
And,
that. a
and
lot.
it made me laugh because for weeks when I went on the show, when you had Gary sending you the results of the golf challenge, you were calling
Right.
him Barrichello's chest.
Was it Barry? Did I keep saying Barry Keller's chest or I don't
Yeah,
know?
he kept saying chest.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, no, it's Ghost. It's Ghost.
Chest, ghost, whatever.
Chapstick, Ian Chadwick says in high school he sat on a chapstick, which is a brand of lip balm, so I melted over his arse. Also, it sounds like his last name, Chadwick. Steph
Yeah, I
J
thought it was
says,
on his surname, yeah.
yeah, Steph J says he split with his with a I'm gonna say Mrs. in 2000. He made some new friends. One had a mum only a few years older than him. His mates teased him about he was going to be his mate's stepdad, and he said, "No, you'll be Step J." So that's quite, you know. Canis Snow, I think it's pronounced Canis, could be Canis. Mine's the name of a 101 Venomancer on Perfect World International. I have 102 Cleric Zai, as well as Vino first. Pixel Theatre says Maxi Mostel, established in 2005, that when joined Second Life, just watched Chicago. Maxi Mostel is greater than or equal to Zero Mostel. And our lovely Parsnip Nose says it's a self-deprecating parody of those badass mofo names everyone seems to have. The 3000 is to make it extra stupid. There's a few in the chat as well.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Amras, do you want to read them out, Mark? What?
Yeah,
How's it
Amras
go?
said he got his name from, when you see these Facebook things where it says you can pick it your name from like your first letter of your first name, the month you were born, and that.
Right.
He had one where it was a Lord of the Rings thing, and his came out as Amras, and so that's where he got his name from. I presume that the numbers he uses is his year of birth, because 89, I think he was born in 89, is about my age,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a wee nipper.
Yeah. And Womble was given the name Womble as a school nickname, and he just stuck some random letters and a number on the end to make it Womble MK3.
Nice.
Nice.
Taftman's just put one on. Ever since he moved to England, he was given it because he's from Wales, and that's a nickname for Welsh is Taff. So that's been stuck with him. Even his family call him Taff instead of his real name.
Got it.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up. Let's
Yes.
do some shout outs. Mr. Webster, would you like to kick it off?
Yeah, I'm going to shout out Parsnip Nose because we'll read the debate on next week's show. I just snuck it into the notes now, but it's getting on a bit now, mate. We're going to, well, I'm going to sleep. Greg's going to evening. So I want to shout out a few people off Twitter, but I forgot who you are.
Makes it difficult, Rich. It's very
I'll
difficult.
just shout. I'll shout out all 14 million Twitter users. No, I'll shout out Real Defoe, Amras, Hardly Dan, Duke, Scaff, all the PC gamer people that we play with sometimes. I'm going to shout out Sony because they make me want to buy a PS4 now because Bloodborne is really,
Yeah.
it looks really good.
Look at the
I'll
business.
send you some footage later.
Oh, cheers. I'm going to shout out Nintendo as well because I don't know. Something tells me Nintendo are going to get their act together next gen. Something, well, their next gen anyway. Their next gen's always like in the middle. I don't know. I've got a feeling.
I think their revelation for the system is going to be they have chat in game, Rich.
Chatting game. And
No matter what we do, Gary Amras Lever will be jizzing in his pants.
I know he'll be right in line. It's the best system ever.
I think they might have that like pause, reset, turn on thing maybe, and achievements.
Triggers.
Never know.
He's saying, "Don't shake your head, Mark."
I'm going to shout out. Me and the missus are going to a gig next week.
A gig.
A gig, yeah. I can't tell you who the artist is. I completely forgot. I've never heard of him before.
Sounds really thrilling.
He's like I think he's like a young like black American guy, but he does like kind of hip hop, but kind of indie rock as well. It sounds I'm really impressed. I've never heard of them before, so I'm looking forward to that. It's only a tenner. It's in Liverpool. We're gonna watch him on Thursday, so I'll tweet about it because I've never heard of him, so a lot of people might not. So I'll tweet some stuff, and you guys can have a listen because he's very good. And yeah, that's it. Watched I watched The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt on Netflix.
Okay.
Started watching it yesterday and finished watching it today. It's quite funny. I would recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah, some of it's a bit cringeworthy shit, but some of it's quite good. I like her roommate, Titus. He's very funny. But anyway, yeah. Mark, you go.
Yes, I'd like to shout out my fellow B team member who's missing tonight, Nicole. Hope things going okay with you. And I'd also like to shout out Steve and Lisa Conger. They had some really bad shit happen today, and just want to say my thoughts and prayers are with them. So yeah, big hugs, guys. Over to you, Greg.
All right. Well, I want to shout out everybody in the chat, or the chat. We call it the chat.
We've got quite a few now. Don't we go through everyone?
Yeah, let's give them a quick shout out. Everybody that's currently still in the chat.
Yeah, we've got Passive Nose 3000, PG Tip 77, Real Kahuna, Step J, The Gamesman RPG, which is Gary, Taffman, Warlicky 71 stuck it out, so a nice one on sticking that out. How have you listened to a full episode of this? I don't know. And Womble MK3.
Yes, definitely. Thank you all for jumping in and listening. And of course, I want to shout out the two of you for making the show. Appreciate you guys showing up. Unlike the other three members of our team, Nicole, you know we love you. Fraser, We love you too.
Just.
Robin, I can't believe you flew all the way to America to go to Walmart. Seriously. That was, I mean,
Yeah.
he's tweeting us pictures from Walmart
Yeah.
like it's Christmas.
He flew to New York, spent a night in New York, then flew down to Florida. And what does he send us pictures of? Fucking hats in Walmart.
Yeah. Where's the fucking Everglades? What the fuck?
Where's
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse?
Yeah. Anyway, I will send it off with a somber but heartfelt "We love you, Steve and Lisa," and our definite thoughts, prayers, heart, all of it goes out to you guys. And with
Yeah, I
that
was gonna, I
note,
was gonna say that as well.
yeah,
But I thought we were gonna do one together, but
yeah,
yeah,
we won't dive into it. I want to keep it on the surface. So just know we are here for you. We are a big family and community, and when anybody in the family has some tough news, it affects all of us. So
yeah,
know you have a bunch of brothers and sisters ready to support if you guys need it. So
yeah, man.
that's it. That's a show. We're done. We're out of here. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.
I'll do a cheesy BBC Kids. Bye.
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 Dear BBC, bring back Clarkson.